for waiting in the waiting room. We are live. I've got Zach Humphreys on the stream talking some crypto. All
What's
right,
up,
let's
man?
get into it.
Should have
What
told me
is going on?
You should have told me you were going live. I'm laying on the couch. I would have got up.
That's all right. Stay seated. Market's
What's up,
not
man?
moving. Zach's not moving. So may as well all just be dormant. But
This is just it's just that weird spot, man. Like it's like that weird time in crypto where it gets boring. We're coming off the high of Q1 and everything was pumping, everybody was making money, and then it just kind of comes to a screeching halt. But this is, I think, where people leave, Mark, and like where really you should be doubling down and really adding to your positions. This is that accumulation phase. A little after
yeah,
the halving, like historically, 30, 60 days after the halving, it's just like this. And then, if you zoom out to like 6 months, it's where you see Bitcoin usually is doubling in price, minimum. And then
yeah.
obviously altcoin season comes in. It wasn't until later in the fall 2021 until, really things started ramping up. And I feel like we're just kind of in that no man's land. A lot of people will leave. I don't think it's the right move though, man.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. I mean, you go back to previous halvings and the Bitcoin halvings, we historically, you see that lagging effect, and then the last two, for example, and then it went absolutely parabolic. But this one's a little different because we're at all-time highs, basically, and the only difference that I can see is that we did not have the Bitcoin ETFs. We do not have Bitcoin ETFs on those halvings. So that's where there's a little bit of a difference, I think, within this halving from previous halvings. So that's what's going to kind of separate us and really change that timeline for us moving forward. But welcome in, guys. We are rocking live with Zach this afternoon. Appreciate you all stopping. If you're getting done with work, you're on your lunch. It means a lot that you guys tune in this live stream. Let's try to get at least a couple hundred people in here. Make sure you guys all smash that like button on these vertical lives. You got to double tap the screen, hit those three white dots. We're going to be talking crypto here for about a half hour, maybe 45 minutes. Kind of give you guys what you need to know. If you guys watched the videos today, you've seen a lot of the updates that we've had throughout the day. It's been boring. It's been boring to trade unless you're in the meme coins and you're dabbling in
Hey,
that area. But I mean, that's full of excitement. But I mean, I'm looking at the crypto bubbles right now as we're talking, and the only cryptos that are in the green are cryptos that I don't hold, and I have no clue what they do. So it's been a rough stretch, and it's unfortunate because I think everybody here would love to see the market just explode. Right? We have all this steam. We got Bitcoin halving. We got a lot of positive stuff going on within the markets. Everything's teed up, but there's no results, and everybody's just sitting and waiting. And like to
yep.
your point, you're 100% correct. I remember back in 2021 when I first got into crypto. It was a FOMO event. I'm going to be honest. It was a FOMO event, and it was something where we were looking at like the next big thing. All of a sudden, oh my gosh! I mean, back in those days, I think Cardano was third in market cap.
Yeah.
I mean, it was absolutely insane time period, and now
And
it's crazy.
here's the thing, man. I think it'll happen again. We're waiting for that retail money to come back. Like I see Vince down there. I wish these dumps would quit. Here's the thing, man. A lot of people are taking profits from buying in 2022 and 2023. That's one piece of it. The people who are like the traders who are looking at it short term, time frames, and that's fine. I mean, it just kind of depends on what you're trading, what your goal is with that asset. But here's the thing: if you were here in 2021, you know that feeling when you go to the barber shop and somebody's talking about crypto. You know
Yeah.
that feeling when you go to the grocery store and you overhear somebody in the checkout line talking about Cardano or talking about Ethereum or hey, this is the next Bitcoin or whatever. You know it's on, it's real, it's live
Yeah.
when you go to freaking Thanksgiving dinner. I remember Thanksgiving dinner in 2021. Everybody wanted to ask me about crypto, Mark.
Yeah,
Everybody. But then what happened in Thanksgiving dinner 2022? You still in crypto, Zach? You're still doing that? Wow,
exactly.
that's fucking weird. You're crazy. No, crypto is cyclical, guys. It moves how it moves every 4 years. It does its thing, and until that trend is bucked, that's what I'm sticking to, right? Like we had our halving. Think about it. Back in 2020, we had our halving in April. It wasn't until 2021 blast off. We had our halving here in 2024. It's probably not going to be until 2025 blast off. I think it'll start to shift and kind of trend in the right direction, and more retail people will come in toward the back half of this year. I think as we get closer to an Ethereum ETF, which I think will happen later this year. I don't think it's going to happen in May. VanEck is still the last deadline that we have, May 23rd for VanEck ETF. All the other ones have been declined already. They're going to do the same thing. They're going to push the can down the road. They like, when I say they, the suits, the institutions, they love this kind of market. This gives them
100%.
time. This gives
100%.
them time to pack their bags, man. And that's what they're doing. And the smart retail money, that's what they're doing right now too. This little downturn in the market, these next 2-3 months hold for us might be a little boring, might be a little choppy, up 2%, down 2%, up 2%, down 2%. That whole thing, that's just one big opportunity, man, because your money's made in these markets. This is where you make your bread right now. It's not FOMOing in when everybody and the brother is talking about crypto.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's definitely what happened in 2021. I mean,
In
if
2016.
yeah, and it's the same stuff. I mean, you can look at the charts. All the charts can basically be stacked on top of each other. They're all historically pretty much overlapping. And a lot of the cryptos though that I'm eyeing, truthfully, they never had a bull cycle. They never had a Bitcoin halving, and that's kind of where I'm at. Where we talk a lot about Cardano, and kind of the big thing with that is, I mean, you talk about Cardano as well, and a lot of people kind of have this voice where they look at it kind of macro, and they just kind of look at it like the thought of it is dead because it's been around too long.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I just think that it's just following the market, but everybody wants that shiny object that's just going to basically never go down in price. Like that's the thing, and that's not crypto. You're going to have corrections, you're going to have historical downtrends, you're going to have all of these things that we talk about every single day, and I wish I could show up every day and make videos. It would be so much easier for us to tell you guys, hey, so and so crypto, X crypto, ABC, whatever, they're going to $100. They're going to lose a zero tomorrow. We're going to have that zero just shredded.
Yeah.
It would be an easy job. You guys could do it. I could have my dog do it. It's just not the avenue that we're on. It's not. We are.
Well, yeah, I mean, to your point, dude, you're right, and everybody's right in a bull market, right? You could just throw darts
Yeah,
and hit bullseye, and
exactly.
everybody looks brilliant. It's during these times where you're trying to guess what's going to come, and I think to your point, I love Cardano, still a big Cardano holder, guys. By the way, smash the like button, hit the three little dots, drill that like button, run this thing up. We had like 70 something here for a second. These lives are crazy, so let's get some people in here. Um, so here's the thing with your point on Cardano, I still hold a ton of Cardano. But as things move up in market cap, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, you're going to get diminishing returns. It's just math, right? So when like Cardano, what's Cardano? 25 billion or something, right? Like it's harder to move that needle. Okay. Will we still see a $5 to $7 price target? That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm hoping for. And I think that's certainly in the cards. But to your point, will there be faster horses? Will there be faster movers? 100%. Now, there's more risk with that because we haven't seen them perform. We haven't seen them, Cardano's been around since 2017. So it's a
Yeah.
different type of investment, right? And you have to kind of go over that in your head. Okay, how many blue chips, that have been around for 7 years do you want versus how many, Caspas do you want, right?
Yeah.
Cryptos that haven't seen a bull run, obviously there's more risk because they haven't seen a bull run, but go look at that Caspa chart and tell me that doesn't get you excited. when this whole retail demand comes back. Go look and dive into SUI. Guys, I was just looking at SUI this morning, SUI. Go look at their daily transactions on SUI. It's more daily transactions in the last month on SUI than any other chain. They're brand new. They're a dollar. So like that to me, like I'm looking at that, like this could be a potential 10 to 12x very easily, right?
Yeah.
Aptos is another one, hasn't seen a bull run yet. Then you get into some of these meme coins. Look at Pepe. Pepe's absolutely crushing it. They launched in May of 2023. Terrible time in the market. Killed it. And go look at that alt chart. Pepe looks phenomenal. So yeah, it's a different type of investment when you talk about Pepe, Caspa, Sui, Aptos, Stacks. Some of these cryptos that are new but are gaining a lot of steam, haven't seen a full bull run. It's a different type of investment. And I want to be well diversified and have a lot of different types of investments in there, both blue
Yeah.
chips that have been around for 6, 7 years and some of these new ones that are bursting on the scene.
Yeah, for sure. The thing I can't wrap my head around is, and it's kind of troublesome, like to why the market isn't exploding, right?
Okay.
Because if you look at some of the charts and you go back, I want to say October-ish, right? You look at some of the charts, and a lot of them kind of are the same. Look at XRP, for example. Okay, that's one we talk about a lot. But look at the XRP chart. I think it's October. If you go back to then, and I understand there's people that lost money on XRP and everybody was down, so it's different because there's only so much that can be invested. But if you look at that, it's done basically 100% gain since October. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what bothers me is everybody says, where's the money at? Where's the Wall Street money? Where's the institutions? And my answer to that is I have no clue because I don't know another asset other than playing blackjack or roulette or flipping a coin that I can double my money in that short period of time. And
I've got my
it's
answer. They're already in, Mark.
yeah, I
They're
just don't
already
I
in.
just I just don't understand it because it's just crazy. Like we're talking about this market and all these cryptos, these large multi-million dollar cryptos, like everything's dead. Like, oh, Cardano's a ghost chain. Cardano's at 44, 45 cents, 50 cents and beyond. It hit 80 cents just a month or two ago. And you look at that crypto, we were buying Cardano under a quarter.
Yeah. No, it was sitting at 25 cents forever.
How is something dead when it literally did almost a 4x in
Yeah.
that short period of time? Yeah, I understand. I bought Cardano around $3. I'm on that side of the coin as well. I have some basis at those levels, and
Yeah.
I understand that point. But what are we trying to obtain in the market? Like, what are we
Well,
trying to get to? Like, what is
every
the winning?
everybody wants to just get rich overnight. And everybody's buying these cryptos at different time periods. So yeah, if you bought Cardano at 45 cents and you've been in crypto the last month and a half, you're like, Cardano sucks.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I,
saying? It's
I
all
think
relative
people.
based on people's expectations when they come in. And the biggest problem, man, is everybody wants to get rich right now. They don't understand how this market moves. And if you're playing the long game, man, you know when you're supposed to be buying. You know, it's a simple game once you've seen a full cycle. And I've been here since late 2020. When 2021 hit, dude, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah,
I had no clue. It just comes at you and hits you like a freaking tornado, and you're just picking up the pieces of glass. But then you see kind of how it plays out in a bear run, and then it's heating back up again. It goes full circle, and you realize how to make money in this market. And how to make money in this market is not buying in and waiting for a month and then being pissed off and blaming every other influencer on YouTube because your Cardano's not moving up. It's like you got to see how things move. We're still waiting for that retail demand. So to your earlier point, I think institutions are the only thing that drove us from those October 2023 levels to where we got to in March. That's institutions. That's pent up demand. That's spillover from the Bitcoin ETF. We've got some retail came in because I was doing some Google search trend data on things like SHIB and Doge. It picked up a little bit. It did, but nowhere near where it was back in 2021. So we got a little bit of people. And those little bit of people who came in for the first time, I guarantee there's a lot of them out there that now have a sour taste in their mouth. Oh, when I came in, it was going up. Well, you've only
Yep.
been in crypto for 4 months, dude. Like you have no idea how this works, right? And
Yeah.
you just try your best to kind of educate people on all of that as like content creators, right? And but at the end of the day, somebody's always going to win and somebody's always going to lose. It's the same thing in the stock market. You know, somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. And a lot of it comes down to having patience, understanding how the market moves, what your goals are, how much money you want to make. You know, there's still stuff going up in this type of market. Look at that. Look at Solana, dude. Look at
Huh.
that damn chart. You and I covered this pre-sale Solana meme coin, which Solana meme coins have just printed money. If you've done it the right way, if you have enough capital to play that game.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: even if you don't, it doesn't matter how much money you have. Don't risk what you can't afford to lose. Don't freaking spend the grocery bill. It's expensive at the grocery store right now, etc. But dude, if you throw darts in Solana meme coins, you're going to find a 10x. I mean, and Solana was a pre-sale. You and I both talked about, and market's shitty downturn. Look at it. I mean, it's crushing it, right? So like, there's still things always happening, no matter what kind of market. But a lot of people get frustrated and they keep their eyes off the prize. They get their eyes off the prize, and then they look up and, oh, the market's bouncing. It's time to buy back in. Where
Yeah.
were you though? Where were you when shit got sideways? That's the time to
I,
buy. I don't know.
yeah. I think a lot of people too, if we go back to like 2022, I think a lot of people just got wrecked.
Hundred
Like,
percent.
and that's
Hundred
kind of
percent.
why we're seeing this
Yep.
this tepidness is people are people are skeptical to get back in, and that's probably the biggest mistake that you can make right now, because when we do hit the next pump, the next cycle, this is the time. And I know that's the stupid, YouTube, whatever, anybody telling you to buy crypto, like the
It
time
sounds
is now,
cliche. Yeah, it
the
sounds
cliche, like the
cliche.
time
Yeah.
to buy now, but like literally it is the time to buy, because if you don't buy
Yep.
now, you're going to be buying at levels that people who got wrecked bought at 2021.
Yeah.
And then, you're making, oh my God, like for the next 6 months, you're going to be up 8 to 25% versus 2 to 300%. And that's the big difference. And then it's like, okay, well, crypto can erase a 20% gain in one day, and then boom, you're wrecked. You lost your capital. You can't get back into the game. And then the next go round, say 4 years later, the next halving, here you are holding the bag for other people once again. And it's just kind
Yeah.
of like, it's just rinse, wash, repeat. And it's stupid that we have to operate on this 4 year kind of rotation, if you will. It shouldn't be that way. It should be just like the stock market. I mean,
Yeah.
it should have its own catalyst. It shouldn't be, oh my gosh, the threat of World War III, everything goes down 40%. Like, it shouldn't. I understand it could be volatile. It can be volatile, but hey, let's try to just smooth it out so it's more sustainable. I think that's the biggest thing, is a lot of retail investors they can't handle playing a hand of blackjack, let
Yeah.
alone, I mean, they're shaking at that, let alone, I mean, what are you going to do holding, your hard earned money into a non tangible, non physical thing, you know?
Well, here's the thing, dude. I agree with you. The market's just not that mature yet. I mean, and again, this is something cliche you hear. That's how early we are. But I really believe that. The reason why crypto is still so volatile, and the reason why, you know, it still is moving in these 4 year cycles, there's only 5% of people in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's so underground still. And we have to remind ourselves of that, right? Because we're in this crazy space every single day. So we just have this idea sometimes of like, isn't everybody, checking into crypto? Like, do people see what Bitcoin's doing? Like, what are you
Uh
doing?
huh.
What are you
Uh
waiting
huh.
for? But people don't see it. They're not checked in. They're not watching it like we are. And I think it's a good thing, and obviously sometimes a frustrating thing, when Bitcoin's setting all-time highs and nobody really even gives a damn. But at the end of the day, that's how freaking early we are to this space, dude. And here, there's something really to be said about this right now. This is where the biggest money's made. You know why? It's all speculative. Where was the
Yeah.
biggest money made in the dot-com era? It's not 10 years after. It's like that initial surge when you had all the naysayers, when you had all these people saying, no, it won't work, when you had all those people owning brick and mortar businesses saying, I'm not going on the internet.com. What the hell is this? It'll be a fad. It'll be done.
Exactly.
Right. But those people who stuck their neck out and took risks, it takes balls. And you're gonna lose some trades, but having a plan in place, and here's the key: win big when you win. It wipes out your losses. I've lost a shit ton of money in crypto. I've
Yeah.
lost a ton, but I've won more than I've lost because I stay in the game. I don't over leverage myself. I diversify my portfolio. I want to be in this market, and you're gonna hit big winners. You go look at like somebody like Mark Cuban, for example. He got rich off the .com era. Guess what else he's early to? Crypto. Right? Here he is again. Like you look at these people, there's a reason why they get to where they are because they're willing to take the chance when most people are sitting there saying, whatever, we'll see what happens with that thing. We have a lot of smart friends, Mark, you and I both. We don't need to say any names. We have a lot of smart friends, people that are very intelligent people that won't even look at crypto
Yep.
because of what they heard, because of the whole, that whole Sam Bankman-Fried FTX thing. It fucked up crypto a lot because most people's research starts and ends with CNN or CNBC or Fox Business, and all you heard for months was Sam Bankman-Fried, this fucking wacko with wild hair, wrecked everybody in crypto. Get out now, or else you'll lose all your money. But if you're in crypto every day, you know that was bullshit. This is one centralized exchange who was shady as hell from the get go, who was not a US based company. It's not crypto. FTX wasn't crypto. Sam Bankman Fried isn't fucking crypto.
Yeah.
It's a bad actor. And just like there's startup tech companies that go public in the stock market, that go belly up or that rug pull it's the same shit. It's just we're that early, man. We're that freaking early in this stage to where people aren't willing to take the fucking chance. They're not willing. They're not ready. They can't stomach the volatility. They might just not want to spend the money. They don't have the money. That's the other thing. I mean, inflation's still real. We're still dealing with a lot of shit um, with inflation. I mean, people don't have a lot of excess funds right now to spend in general.
Yeah.
They'd rather go spend it on DraftKings and FanDuel and listen to your other channel, the Better Mark, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it is what it is. But I mean, I'm not fucking leaving, man. I'm not leaving this market. You're crazy. What else? What else are you gonna do? And how else can you make money? How else can you become financially free? What are you gonna do? You're gonna get into real estate? You need money for that.
Well, crypto
I mean,
definitely is the gateway
what are you
for
gonna
a
do?
lot of
Yeah.
people, and it's a worldwide thing too. I mean, it's to everyone's own like goals, right? There's some people out there in different nations that they make $10,000. It's like they just changed their family of 10 and their village people like their lives.
100%.
It's 100% different than what you value in life and what your goals are. Where me and you, it might be $10 million
Yep.
is life changing versus just everybody has a different number. But I do want to take the time. We got a lot of people rolling with us here on the chat. We have a lot of people live in the stream. Shout out to
Hell
all
yeah.
you guys taking time out of your day. A lot of names. I can't get to all you guys, but you know who you are down below in the chat. So thank you all. Please smash that like button. We only have 7 likes. We got over 100 people live. We need to get some more likes. Smash them all, destroy it, take your anger out, take your
Yes.
frustration out in the crypto market on that like button, and that will be what helps us. Also, what will help us is if you all would consider subscribing down below, not just to my channel, the Crypto Mark, but if you can, hop over to Zach Humphrey's channel. Very big YouTube following, great content. Give him a like and follow as well. We're going to try to do this more often. It's a great way to connect with you guys. Actually, we just lost a like right there. Shoot. So one of you guys either doesn't like us or you might have accidentally liked the button twice. So I will take a double like. I like it when you like it twice. I'll hit it twice. I'll do, pun intended. But, that's something where YouTube, not so much. So appreciate you guys. We're going to be talking crypto here for a minute. So if you guys have any coins or tokens you want to talk about, drop them down below. We see a lot of good comments as well. We're going to try to get to those as much as possible. And first one up actually is from JJBB BDBD. That is something right there that I do want to highlight. The only, okay, the only, I think, retail reason why we had a lot of that hysteria too in 2021. I don't know if you remember that. I mean, you were involved with the GME stuff, but GameStop added a lot of liquidity. People thought those quick hits and those blows, right?
Yep.
A lot of people thought that became the new normal, right? Oh, which one are we shorting now? You were on Wall Street bets on Reddit, becoming a millionaire. And
Yeah.
then what happened? Oh, a couple dogs came along. Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. Oh, let's become Dogecoin, Shiba Inu millionaires. Same story. It was the same MO. And then what do the money makers do? Oh, everybody's going to buy into this stuff. Let's just start creating more Enus. Let's create more Enus. Let's create more frogs, more whatever. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. We've seen the meme coin hysteria, and we have to be able to separate and differentiate this too from the rest of the market, because you can't, not all crypto is equal, right? We're talking about some legit blue chip cryptos that are almost like stocks. You're going to expect those to appreciate over time, okay? Straight up, and that's just how it is. So what you have to understand is not all crypto is equal, right? We mentioned Slathana. I mean, not to beat a dead horse, but not all crypto is equal. We're
No.
not going to have Cardano do that where it just goes up. I mean, yeah, it could absolutely dwarf the market cap of it could dwarf the market cap of any meme coin that just is created tomorrow. But it's a dead crypto, but it goes up that much, and then everybody balks at it. It is what it is. It's the market we're trading in. We have a lot of great crypto, a lot of great, and this is something where we're just seeing each one after the other. Everybody wants utility use case. Another one today, Render. That's a big one. Render, right? Huge crypto. Great foundation.
Yeah.
You may hate it, you may love it. I don't really care. They got shouted out on Apple's keynote. I just did a video on that today.
We were
They got
just talking
shouted.
about that, Mark, the other night when we were together watching sports.
They got shouted out. And it was funny was I actually processed the video, and you know how YouTube works. I had to go back and get all my render keywords tags so I can, to make this work. Well, here's what we did. Here's what we did. I went back there, and the only render video I ever did was the exact video that kind of was the precedent to where we are now. It was the preface. It was the render could potential with Apple or partner with Apple. Here
Mm-hmm.
we are a year later. What happened? I was like, huh, I did a video on that.
Yep.
Wouldn't you know that render just got it? They just got it. And I'm not even kidding you. They were mentioned for just 3 seconds, but mentioned on Apple's 4-minute keynote. And
It's huge.
that's about as big as it gets. And you know, so shout out to Render, shout out to Apple, and shout out to Suzuki. Thank you for that channel membership. Appreciate you, brother. That's a big one. So popping off here, crypto
We
every
got to
single
get
day. So
we
what's
got to
up?
get we got to get next level a green tag too. Next level.
Uh,
He's a channel member on my channel too. So I agree with Suzuki. We got to get some more green and less gray in the chat. So if you guys
yeah,
want to fire this thing up, obviously become a channel member of Mark's here. But yeah, dude, I remember talking about the whole render Apple thing too. There's going to be so many big time winners. And we just haven't seen those big companies even come to the forefront yet, man. Your Apples, your Microsofts, your Teslas. It's going to be huge, man. It's going to be massive. And, we haven't even really talked about, I don't think, either online or offline, dude, about ASI token launching later this month, right? The huge AI token merge. That's going to be massive, dude.
yeah,
They're supposed to be launching, I think, what is it, May 24th? Don't quote me on that. It's the end of May. You can find the public date. But we're going to see so much more of that, dude. This whole merger and acquisition. Think about a small cap crypto, like a small startup that really has this cool thing that maybe can't get off the ground. They're going to get bought out by a bigger crypto, integrated into their ecosystem. Then all that community goes over. Like, we haven't even reached that point in crypto where we get the mergers and acquisitions like what happened in the internet era, dude. Think about it. It's just a natural progression, but that's how early. We're all just trying to sort it out. What are going to be the Apples, the Googles, the Netflixes, the Teslas of crypto? We don't know yet. That's what makes this thing so exciting, man.
For sure.
And
For
we're
sure.
we're guessing, we're throwing, like, we're trying to do the best we can, and um hopefully we hit on a few of them. That's it, and our lives will change. I mean, for the better. It's like, we didn't have the opportunity. I mean, you and I are both 34 years old. We didn't have the opportunity to invest in the dot-com era, something that was like revolutionary, changing the world as we know it. Now we're living through this era, man, where AI and blockchain are here, man. Our world's changing again. The future of money is literally changing. Finance as we know it, digital currency. How often do you use cash now opposed to 10 years ago? The world's changing, man. We're not going to look back. Technology doesn't go backwards, it only goes forward. So, yeah, everything needs to be revamped, reimagined, redesigned for the blockchain, for AI. We're right here, man. We're at the perfect place at the perfect time. Some days it might not feel like that because the market's down, but when in doubt, zoom the hell out and see the bigger picture here. And if you're willing to put the time in these next 5 to 10 years, I think we're gonna fucking get rich. I don't know about you, man, but I think I'm planning on getting rich. I don't know. Does everybody else think the
Yeah.
same? If you guys think the same, smash the damn like button. What the hell?
Yes, it's nuts, man. I'm going crazy because we had that little wave where it was just that tease where it happened. I mean, I was getting them vibes, and then boom, it just automatically shuts off. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. We were talking about it off stream, off air when I had you on the phone, and our bags were just huge, and it was just like, holy shit, you know, like
For sure.
out of nowhere, and then everything just dumped, and then here we are in May, where historically, will this be our pump? Time will tell, but it's one of them things, guys. It's not for everyone, that's for sure. We have a lot
Mark,
of
I was looking at some charts. I was talking about this on my live stream earlier, dude. So there's a really good Twitter account out there, guys, over 400K followers or whatever. And they do some really good technical stuff. It's called Rekt Capital, REKT Capital, Rekt Capital. And they were putting together some like charts on just kind of where we should be after the Bitcoin halving. Everything aligns perfectly with 2016 and 2020. They had this thing called the danger zone, and that's like the zone right after the Bitcoin halving. What happens is a lot of the Bitcoin miners, guys, take profits right now. This is their time
they
period where
get
they
paid.
make their money. They get paid.
Yeah,
This
they're
is their
paying
time to
themselves.
get paid. And that's what they're doing. But again, you zoom out 6 months, that's when Bitcoin doubles historically every time. But he talked about the danger zone, and we're almost out of it, probably toward the end of May. In terms of the altcoin hype cycle, really interesting stuff. He talks about how altcoins in general, and you really got to categorize meme coins as kind of its own thing, but I think you could probably throw it in there and loop it in there with all altcoins. They go through their own kind of cyclical thing throughout the year. Usually July, we see like a little summer like burst again. So, like, how do you position yourself where you can play the short game on some of these plays and play the long game on your blue chips, right? Like, that's the key. I think so many people, to your earlier point, they treat every investment the same, and it's just not
It's
the
not.
case.
No.
When you're in meme coins, when you're in Slothana right now, you better be taking your damn profits.
Yeah.
Slothana just launched and went to $70 million market cap. Slothana is not going to be in my portfolio in 2025, guys. Newsflash. Okay. Make your money, pour that money back into the blue chips that aren't doing anything right now. Pour that money back into Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever it is that you like, Polkadot. Take your pick. You got options, you know? And that's how I'm playing the market, man. This Solana meme coin portfolio I started, dude, started with $2,000, ran that puppy up to 24K. It's worth 14 right now. I took that $10,000 profit, bought Ondo Finance, bought Stacks, bought some Render, because I know what's coming. Eventually, these blue chips are going to rise to the top, and I'm utilizing the meme coin and the altcoin and the shit coin market, whatever you want to call it, to make money.
Yep.
Period. Period. So that just is what it is, and a lot of people won't tell you that. A lot of people will, give you feed you the bullshit, like the next 100x this and everything's going to 100. Like, it's not going to. Take your 4 or 5x. Sometimes just be happy with your 4 or 5x. Get the hell out of there. It doesn't have to be 100x every time. And in fact, you're going to round trip stuff and you're going to look dumb. You're going to be sitting there holding the bag.
Yeah. No,
And I learned that from losing, man. I learned that from losing. I learned that from making those mistakes.
yeah, I'm looking here on the thing. We're kind of stuck. I mean, it's unfortunate, but you're gonna wake up one day and then everything, these like 10% downs that we're seeing right now, it's gonna be. Yeah, I mean, when
You're
it's
going to,
gonna
yeah.
hit, it's gonna hit.
Yeah, you know how it is, dude. You look up and you miss a week, and then in a week it's went up 80%. Like that's how fast this
Yeah,
shit moves.
100%. And trying to time the bottoms and the tops, you can do that. I mean, obviously, just a little plug on XT Algo, but I use it. I use it on every one of my trades, but that's about as close as you can get. Other than that, you're just guessing. So
Suzuki looks like he's using it too, dude. My Discord's been popping. People have been crushing Solana, and I know you love that as one to trade using XT Algo.
my
There's been
favorite.
like two 11, 12 point swings like in the last
Yeah.
week, and people are just cleaning up.
Yep. I love that. And that's kind of the bad thing too is if I love it, there's a lot of people with a lot more money that love it because it's right there in front of you guys, and that's kind of where we're looking at. So if I'm wise enough to swing trade Solana every day, and I'm doing it with what I'm doing it with, that's kind of why Solana's volatile. I mean, it's just adding to the problem. And the goal is to be like Bitcoin, right? When all the Bitcoin are mined, when they're all finite and they're all done, then it becomes transactional, and that's kind of the goal, I guess, for all cryptos. But that deflationary aspect. But where we're at right now, there's just so much stuff going on with new coins, meme coins, that nobody really has that definite picture of what cryptocurrency is supposed to be like, and we're getting no guidance from leadership, from government, from commissions. It just doesn't work that way. So everybody's kind of left, in the wild, wild west, trying to figure it out for themselves. So that's why we're here on YouTube.
Yeah, dude. Quick shout out. I did put a video. Quick shout out to myself. As weird as that sounds, I put a video out today. 66 cryptos the SEC deems as securities. If you guys want to check that one out, and it's not to like scare you into not buying any of those. It's more about like strategizing around that, like maybe mitigating your risk and not owning so much of those, or maybe not DCAing in those as much right now, and DCAing into something like Caspa. That's like proof of work, right? Like we kind of know where the government sits on Bitcoin. It's proof of work. There's no founder, there's no organization, there's no foundation behind it.
100%. Yeah.
It's fair launched, right? And for those of you guys out there, I know you got a ton of you guys on Mark's channel love Dogecoin. Hit the like button, guys, if you haven't already. Dogecoin's proof of work. Dogecoin doesn't have a foundation, right? So I was kind of talking about that in the last couple weeks. Like, instead of sitting there thinking, "Oh shit, like the world's coming to an end," and "Oh my god," and it just, how can you spend that time to, okay, the SEC's doing their thing, the government's doing their thing, they're playing hardball, whatever. How can we gain an edge? How can we make money? But there's always a way to make money, and I think it's looking at, okay, what have they, basically said are not securities? What are commodities? Well, it looks like proof of work is. That's what Bitcoin is, Caspa, Dogecoin, etc. Right? So just kind of walking through there, and I kind of highlight that, and like, they've listed Cardano on there, Solana, Polygon as securities. They're just deemed as securities. It's not a, you know, thing that's set in stone or anything. But I'm not adding necessarily those cryptos. I already own them. I'm fine. But maybe I add more Ondo Finance, or maybe I add more Stacks, or Dogecoin, or Caspa, or something that's not on that list, right? Like, so just a way of thinking about it, I guess.
100%. Yeah, 100%. It's this has been a great live stream. All you guys 40 minutes strong.
Oh yeah.
Possibly the high score actually for my channel. So appreciate all you guys that tuned in for sure. Hopefully we see you guys on the main feed. Crypto videos every day. Never take a day off
And if
unless
all 45 of you guys are not yet subscribed to Mark, do so right now. Seriously. He's grinding every
I see a
single
lot of
day.
names.
So subscribe.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you guys. And thank you, Suzuki. Really kind of fired me up here on a Friday. I don't know.
Let's
Kind of
go.
changed my mind frame a little bit. I gotta tune it down a little bit as we get into the evening. But got a lot of stuff to take care of today. But I think we should wrap this one up because I know you got an appointment here shortly, and
Yeah, man, it
I
was
gotta
fun.
get back to work. So gotta make YouTube videos. Gotta make YouTube videos. So um, but yeah, so we'll have some more content this weekend. A lot of great moving parts. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to say, "Hey, your favorite crypto's up 100x tomorrow," but it's part of the grind. It's part of the grind. Stay the course, and we are so very early. So um,
100%.
appreciate you all. Subscribe to Zach's channel for those of you that have not already done so. Also, if you guys subscribe to my channel below, socials, all that good stuff. Appreciate you all. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the next one. Peace.